Welcome to Heinz Hall. This new Mellon Grand Classic season marks my 8th with the Pittsburgh Symphony, and I am so happy to be back with you and performing with this great orchestra. This weekend we have an exceptional program in store for you. We start and end in Italy, opening with Mendelssohn's brilliant and sparkling Italian symphony. Fenice, Firenze, Roma, Napoli and Milano all delighted Mendelssohn, who wrote to his sister, "I have once more begun to compose with fresh vigor and the Italian symphony makes rapid progress. It will be the happiest piece I have ever written, especially the last movement." Note, surprisingly, the last movement is written in a minor key. The new symphony was meant to embody Mendelssohn's impressions of the art and landscape, and especially the vitality of the Italian people. This reminds me of what a big role Italy has played throughout music history. All those who came were not only impressed by spaghetti and Ferrari, but also the vibrant culture and most especially art and music. Tchaikovsky was another such composer who found inspiration in Italy, visiting the Eternal City in December 1879. While in Rome, he spent his time admiring the artistic treasures, as well as studying English, and even had a piano delivered to his hotel room. Tchaikovsky would later write, "Yesterday, I heard a delightful folk song which I shall certainly use. It will be effective, and thanks to the colorful tunes which I have succeeded in assembling partly through my own ears on the streets." Tchaikovsky composed Capriccio Italien in the period of about 1 week, and the piece has remained a concert favorite ever since. Between the two Italian-inspired works, I'm excited to launch our Year of Performer Composers, harkening back to days of composers who were also outstanding virtuosos of their own instruments. We feature this weekend superstar pianist Daniel Trifonov, who is one of these double talents.
I join with Manfred Honeck in welcoming you to a wonderful new BNY Mellon Grand Classics season. Having recently arrived in Pittsburgh from Utah, I'm very excited to begin experiencing my first musical season as president and CEO of the Pittsburgh Symphony. I must tell you that every day when I arrive at Heinz Hall, I am humbled and inspired by the tremendous creative force that is the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. It is truly a privilege to work to advance its mission here in Pittsburgh and around the world. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of our Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra family, and enjoy the performance.
Since the first years of my life, I have been exposed to music and we had a piano. But I didn't pay attention to it until my father brought a synthesizer at home, and to me that was a technological miracle. I try to understand how it works, and that's actually what started my interest to composition. I would hear a melody outside, and it would create a certain emotional stir in me, and it will result in a certain mood for composition. To me, what was very interesting is that very often I would compose after the lessons with my piano teacher. It can be very time-consuming, but I remember I would be on a road, on a train, going from one concert to another, and I would actually carry MIDI keyboard with me, and I would be writing down the orchestral score.
I've been in love with music for just about as long as I can remember. My parents started taking me to symphony concerts when I was about 2 years old, and some of my earliest memories are of sitting up in the very top balcony, because we didn't get very expensive tickets, and staring down with a sense of total wonderment at the orchestra far below me. At age 6, I solemnly pronounced my intentions to become a professional cellist, and as it happens, this week's concerts marks exactly 1 year since I won the audition to join the Pittsburgh Symphony, and my dreams became a reality. But this program also reminds me of another audition for seating placement in my youth orchestra when I was about 10. It was my first time playing Mendelssohn's Italian Symphony, and I will never forget practicing these excerpts for weeks and weeks on end. I'd also like to take this opportunity to answer some questions that I tend to get when I'm strolling down Penn Avenue with my cello case strapped to my back. It's not a guitar, a machine gun, or a dead body. It only weighs about 14 pounds, and no, I do not wish I played the flute. No offense, Lorna, you sound amazing.
It's not unusual for concertgoers to ask us, besides being beautiful, what do the violas do? While we don't usually get the seductive melodies of the violin or the dramatic themes of the French horn or the cello, we do serve an essential role. The French word for viola is alto, and like an alto voice, we provide harmony that supports and enhances the melody. Perhaps one could compare us to the Steelers' offensive line, making blocks so the quarterback can complete the pass. Similar to a character actor in a play, we do have our occasional solo moments, but in the wonderfully complex sound world of the symphony orchestra, we are more often called upon to provide atmosphere, richness, color, and nuance. This weekend's music depicts sunny, exhilarating, emotional Italy. In Mendelssohn's Italian Symphony, the violas do get to play a wonderful singing and plaintive melody, but more often, we are playing passages like this. I'll admit, rather repetitive and boring by itself, but when combined with the exuberant first theme, it becomes the energy, spirit, and bounce behind the music. So what do violas do? Allow me to put it in Italian terms. We are the shimmer in a Tuscan sunset, the glitter on the sea at Capri, the smell of the pine trees in the Villa Borghese, and last but not least, we are the garlic in the pesto. So to our dear friends in the violin section, we say, eat your heart out.